As for the lifetime Longhorns who are now off to the NFL, I wanted to give everybody an update on what's happening around the NFL training camps because there's some guys turning heads. And first and foremost from the NFL, Jordan Hicks.
Retires,
what else happened 10 years ago? Jordan Hicks began his NFL career.
Wow.
The last time I updated my iPhone. My man CB on the text line says 10 years ago, Sam Ehlinger committed to play at Texas. That was the last time Hogan updated his iPhone. Thank you very much. Or at least got a new one. Upgraded. I've updated it, but I hadn't upgraded. So Jordan Hicks is retiring. 10 seasons. Played 131 games. Good for Jordan. Had a nice career in the NFL after coming in from Ohio and playing for the Longhorns. But are you a fantasy football player?
Yeah, absolutely.
You like the fantasy game?
Yeah. I got my old draft shirt I found in moving.
Look at you.
2019.
You went to Concan for a draft?
Hell yeah. We're going to Chicago in 2 weeks.
Well, if you're going to have a draft, listen, Saquon Barkley was maybe the best player in fantasy last year, certainly one of them, he and Josh Allen. Saquon Barkley over 2,000 yards. He was a machine for the Super Bowl winning Eagles. Listen to him, though. Talking about a lifetime Longhorn named Bijan Robinson. This is pretty high praise from Saquon.
Bijan.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll tell you that here. Here we go. Give me
Bijan and anybody who's able to cut like Bijan in the NFL. There's not. You can go argue with your mom about that and be honest. And trust me, I love myself and I think I have great cuts. And there's nobody the way he's able to, his vision, his agility, and he can catch the ball too. So it's finna get scary for a lot of people.
Is this the year? Well, he's had good years. Yeah, he was a good player last year.
He's had terrible teams.
Is this the year where, as you just heard Saquon Barkley say, it's fitting to get dangerous for other NFL teams? Because he said no one can cut. Like he does got some Barry Sanders cuts to him and some ability like that. Where are you on Bijan as a fantasy player?
He could be the 1A running back.
The one
this
at
year.
1-1?
Yeah, people are already saying we do an auction style league and we're joking about how much of the $200 bidding he's going to go for. He's been a top production guy. Like you said, he can catch the ball. That's important, things like that. I think his rookie year I had him on a team, and it was week 1. They play the Carolina Panthers or something like that, and he just has this 7-yard run. But the amount of shiftiness that he showed going through the
ankles
line,
he broke.
It was
he's a special player. Remember, from first year when he had Arthur Smith as his offensive coordinator, they wouldn't give him the ball.
Are you
saving him?
We're a committee.
Are we saving him? But this might be the year because Raheem Morris is now into year 2. Michael Penix is going to be the quarterback. Yeah. But listen to this. Apparently, I've been calling him Bijan his whole career at Texas, and maybe he was too polite at Texas to tell us. But here it is. He's talking to the Falcons team there, talking Falcons preseason, correcting it here. We've got to get this right moving forward.
Properly give us the pronunciation of your name.
All right. How you pronounce my name is Bijan for everybody that's out there. I know a lot of people say Bijan, but it's Bijan. It's
Bijan. Okay.
Bijan.
I'm going to get that right.
No.
Because you should have made sense when he did the mustard, right? It's Dijon, Bijan.
Yeah.
But I say Dijon. I don't say Dijon.
I think that's
I don't
what
say
kind of
Dijon.
Handcuffed him there.
But it's kind of a potato kind of thing.
Pecan.
Except no one says potato, really. Yeah. I don't think so. But either way. So Bijan is having maybe a breakout year, even though he's already a really good player. Also, we mentioned Jaydon Blue, starring out and balling out for the Cowboys so far. I've seen him make a couple of long runs. And again, this is early preseason, so let's not get over skis. But
regardless of what a coach from 2000 has to say about him.
Jaydon Blue was addressing people who criticize him for work ethic. There was a story out, I don't know where it came from.
It was Locked On Cowboys.
Here's Jaydon Blue was asked about the story, questioning his work ethic.
We talked to Joe Milton the other day about this. That report that came out with you, why do you disagree with that?
Because I think I'm a hard worker. I mean, of course, me coming to the league, I know that nothing is going to be easy. So my mindset, coming from college into the league was that I would try to outwork anyone next to me. So all that is just noise to me, and I kind of look at it as a positive thing because it pushes me and it brings the best out of me. So.
All right, so he's a hard worker, and he got a couple long runs. He made an incredible catch down the sidelines. We've heard people compare him to Alvin Kamara, the way they're going to use him. He's got elite speed, and he's not going to be your RB1, but can he be a change of pace guy and bring that speed that is just unmatched?
Yeah,
speed kills. Always has, always will in the National Football League, and he's got it. He's got to hold on to the ball and become more ball security. But I think the biggest piece of news, Matthew Golden's having a great camp so far with Green Bay, not surprising. He was their first pick. Jack doesn't like the fact that he's wearing number 22.
It's weird. I like traditional wide receiver numbers. I like the 80s.
By the way, I think Jaydon Blue's wearing 34.
Okay, that's a good running
back
number.
Because it was 34 days to Texas, Ohio State yesterday. We played the Ricky Williams sound earlier. But here it is from the Miami Herald. Miami Herald. Because I was out having dinner recently, and somebody came up to me and said, how come you haven't talked about Quinn Ewers getting cut? And I was like, what? I was on vacation. I was like, what? Quinn got cut? It's like, what are you talking about? Of course we would have talked about that. He said, yeah, I saw it. There was a story that was written in July at some point that said players in Dolphins camp in jeopardy of getting cut. They're not making the team. And Quinn Ewers obviously on that list because he's a 7th-round pick and he's the 3rd quarterback. But I said to the guys, like, well, they haven't even started camp yet. I mean, no one's been cut yet unless you get arrested or something. That hadn't happened. So, here it is. First weekend of Dolphins camp. This is from the Miami Herald. It says, here's how this first paragraph was. The sunshine returned for day 3 of Dolphins training camp Friday. Previous 2 practices were marked by rain. Friday's practice lasted about 75 minutes, but third-team quarterback Quinn Ewers was the star. That's the first line of the story.
There it is. And that's not a Texas publication. That's
the Miami Herald, then their beat reporter. And then he did a stock up, stock down thing and said, stock up Quinn Ewers. He made several noteworthy plays Friday that hinted he's making progress as camp continues. Ewers had an impressive throw to Estridge over the middle late in practice. So that, and again, the camp continued. We know when he was drafted 7th overall or 7th round, we know why and the reasons and the health and wasn't a good quarterback draft and teams had already drafted quarterbacks and everybody's looking to next year. There's a million reasons. But in the end, once you get drafted, it's about fit and going to work. Everyone would agree Mike McDaniel's offense is a perfect scheme fit for Quinn Ewers' talent.
Get rid of the ball quick.
Ball out quick, because, gosh, you got an oft-concussed quarterback. Everything in Mike McDaniel's offense is going to be get the ball out of his hand. So everything's quick game, and that is a strength of and then, flicking it and, putting it on a dime somewhere. And this is what you've seen already from Quinn at camp, his ability to make big league throws. And I would say this, as we saw, when he's healthy, he's an elite thrower of the football. Yeah. Period. Health has been his biggest issue. And can he stay healthy in the NFL? I think that was a turnoff of a lot of NFL teams, and why they passed on him so many times is, if he didn't stay healthy in college, he's going to get hit in the NFL. We just can't take a risk. He gets hurt too much. Dependability is the biggest ability, and reliability, and he won't be there. So again, but boy, if they can keep him upright and healthy, I think he's going to beat out Zach Wilson potentially as this gets going, because Zach Wilson has shown he's an inaccurate thrower of the football.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and if we see Quinn Ewers this year, this is one of the futures I have. Things are going well because I think this Dolphins team is going to stink.
You do?
I think they're going to be putrid.
Even. Wow,
this is
strong.
This is McDaniel's last year down there, and I think that there's a chance McDaniel could be first coach fired in the NFL this year. Your quarterback doesn't stay healthy, and I think that's due to the fact that comes down to coaching, because your scheme is fine, but you can't get it through this gentleman's head that it's like, hey, man, you can't be holding onto the ball the way that you're doing it. You can't be diving head first the way you're doing this. And time after time after time, Tua keeps doing that. The quotes coming out from players like Raheem Mostert, who was there for a handful of years, about how he feels that all pros are treated there. Their defense has lost so many pieces over the last couple of years. I think they're going to be awful.
It's still a winnable division, or at least a competable division for them, because Buffalo is the one really good team. New England could be improved, and the Jets are the Jets. So I think there's some wins there for them. But look, I think we all root for Quinn because I think he did a lot for Texas and now has an opportunity. I don't know that the owner would fire Mike McDaniel. I think they're kind of invested in him. But yes, and again, I'll play the devil's advocate. Tua's got to protect Tua. You can say it so often. He's got to know that, a lot of people thought he should have retired after the last major concussion he suffered, but he wants to play football. But if he does, he's got to protect himself. The coach can only do so much. He's got to be smarter on the football field. But that's a good place to be. We said it when he was a 7th-round pick. It's Zach Wilson, and Tua. Tua gets hurt. If he beats out Zach Wilson, he's the backup potentially. Yeah. And that's why these preseason games that we'll see starting, a week from Saturday or a week from Thursday are so important for Quinn Ewers and any of these guys. Jaydon Blue, Matthew Golden, Alfred Collins in San Francisco, all these guys, Gunnar Helm in Tennessee, all the Longhorns who are off to the NFL.